Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World on Saturday, March 20th, 2021. What is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? All three. The coronavirus is still with us. We have about 29 million cases in the U.S. A lot of people have this virus, still recovering. Many have recovered, and many have died. So, what do we do about this to prevent more people from losing their life? I don't know. People have to cooperate. We have over 29,901,019 U.S. cases. We have, over 540,000 fatalities from the virus. Uh, we still have people in hospitals recovering from the virus or being treated for the virus. And we still have people who don't want to practice health protocols like wearing a mask. Only that when you have to. Practice social distancing. Only socialize with those in your immediate family to keep from spreading this virus. It spreads through the air. It's very easy to spread, very easy to catch. Even once you have been vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask and practice social distancing and ignore the idiots in Congress like Senator Johnson of Wisconsin and Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky and various other people who say, oh, it's a hoax, it's fake news. They follow their former leader, former President Trumpy, who is also an idiot. So you want to stay safe? Do the right thing. You want to keep your family and friends safe? Do the right thing. It's very simple. There's no cure for this virus, and it has created various versions or strains all over the world. And the problem we're having is people all over the world do not want to follow the rules, and that why new strains develop and are spread. In the U.S., we have a problem with keeping people from uh, breaking the rules and endangering people. We have governors who are real idiots in Florida, in Texas, in various places, Alabama, various states, who don't want to obey the rules. They think it's more important to get the economy running, keep it running, even though people will die. In Texas, Abbott is the governor. He complained that President Biden's policies for immigration are spreading the virus. People are coming in who for asylum as asylum seekers, and they are being screened. Their health is being checked, and they're being taken care of. Whereas Governor Abbott of Texas is spreading the virus by not having consistent mask mandates in his state, by not having consistent policies on shutdowns to keep everybody safe. So, Abbott, you're the one who's spreading the disease, and you support Trump and his rallies, which are super spreaders. So you have to do the right thing, protect your people. Hopefully, in the new election, you'll be voted out. Hopefully, we'll get sensible people voted in. Now, in Atlanta the other day, a man entered two massage parlors and killed about 8 people. Uh, 7 of them women, and 6 of them uh, Asian women. So I think this killer had a problem with Asians and with women, and he listened to Trump, who said the virus is the fault of China. It's not the fault of the China. The virus, wherever it originated, came here. Once it gets here, it's up to you to protect your constituents, and that's what Trump never did, and various Republican governors around the country and various leaders around the world, including the leader of Brazil, Bolsonaro, who ended up getting the virus. I wonder if he recovered. Hopefully, he'll get it again and he will end up on a ventilator. Now, there are various leaders, like in Britain, Boris Johnson, Prime Minister, who said it was initially said it was a hoax was fake news because he was a buddy and a supporter of Trump, And then he got the virus, was very sick, almost died. Too bad, he recovered. So hopefully everyone will take this virus seriously. Now, the hatred um, created and being spread against Chinese people, Asian people, is a fairly big problem. We need to not hate people. We need to like people. We need to love people. Find out what they're all about, and get what's their story, and tell them your story, and then we can have more peace in the world. No one has to be your enemy. You don't have to hate as a way of living. So, what do you say, people? You want to do the right thing and keep everybody safe, or you want to be a hater? The Republican Party has turned out to be the party of hate. Um, in its Reagan started the hatred and the racism, and so and it continues. And the people who support the policies of the Republican Party are voting against their own interests. So you have to do the right thing. Stop hating. Start liking. Start figuring out what's wrong and how we can solve problems. Don't hate. Hate's not going to get you anywhere at all. Now, okay, so we solved that, right? No, we haven't solved that. It's an ongoing problem. This country started out when this country was first discovered by the explorers, by the French and the Dutch and the Spanish and the British. And they did their darndest to try to wipe out the indigenous peoples, called the Native Americans. But they're still here, and they're gaining more and more power. We now have a Native American woman who is the new Secretary of the Interior, and before that, she's a Congresswoman. So they're going to win. So stop fighting progress. Stop being a hater. And the ones who hate are not going to help you in any way. They're only out to help themselves and make money. Okay, that's our lecture for today. How about a little music, a little song to lighten the mood? The song I'd like to sing for you today is called Goodnight Irene. It's a very old song, not that old, written, I believe, in the 1950s by the Weavers, recorded by the Weavers. Here we go. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are parted. Gonna take another stroll downtown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in the town. Sometimes I have a great notion to jump into the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Stop rambling, stop your gambling, stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Saturday, March 20th, 2021, for another meeting of Caroline Speaks, the State of the World. Contact your representatives in Washington. Tell them you support the Violence Against Women Act. It's passing, but not with many Republican votes. And the rescue plan to help us recover from the virus, that didn't get any Republican votes, and it was all Democratic votes. And now they're deciding in Atlanta how to charge this man who went in and slaughtered 8 people. 8 people, 7 of them women, 6 of them Asian, Chinese. Now, there was two massage parlors in Atlanta, Georgia, and they're deciding whether to charge him with murder or a hate crime or what. Well, the thing is that murder is murder, and when you kill someone, that's murder. Whether you kill them because you hate them or because you just had a bad day, it's murder, and that person should go to prison for the rest of their life with no possibility of parole. Now, so it's the availability of guns makes it very easy to kill other people. If we didn't have guns, no one would commit these crimes. The fact that it's very easy to get a gun makes it easy to commit these crimes, to confront someone. You don't have to be very brave to point a gun at someone. But if you actually had to confront them and fight them with your hands, that you wouldn't bother. So we need very strong background checks for all purchase of all arms, all guns, and that is constantly being attacked as a threat against the Second Amendment. Second Amendment is an amendment that allows there to be armed militias in the former colonies of the U.S. because the colonists were not allowed to have any kind of a police force when they're controlled by the British. So, we need strong gun control laws to stop the massacre. So, that's it for today. Wear a mask. Only that when you have to. Practice social distancing and only socialize with those in your immediate household. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Hope to see you back here tomorrow evening. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.